Hey everybody, welcome to today's special edition. My name is Megan Davis out of Relay, and today we have special guests with us, Ms. Dronita Core of JIT Tax and Accounting. Welcome.
Hello, hello, hello.
So, Jonna, why don't you introduce yourself and tell people who it is that you are, what it is that you do, and how you're here to serve them today.
Yes, so my name is Juanita, and I am coming to y'all from my tax firm, JIT Tax. We've been around now. This is going to be our 13th year. And as some of y'all might know, but Megan is my dear cousin and also a client. She's been a longtime client supporting us for a while now. So we kind of been, at this tax thing together for a little while and getting her company set up and everything else. So that's always been exciting. And our firm does everything tax related, accounting related. We do business taxes, personal taxes, tax advising. We also create documents for loan documentation. If you're purchasing a home, SBA loans, any kind of loan documentation, financial statements, bookkeeping, payroll. We're pretty much a full service accounting firm.
And so, talk to us about the various locations because I know a lot of times people they always wanted to specifically go into a particular office, but now the world has turned virtual. And so, aside from you offering virtual locations, talk to us as well about some of the other states that you have offices in and some of those locations.
hmm So exactly. We actually have multiple locations. Our main location is actually in Boston, where we opened up 13 years ago, and we have a physical location there. However, we serve all states, including Puerto Rico, when it comes to tax preparation. And right now, our firm is 100% virtual. So no matter where you're at, we can serve you. The link, is in the bio section if you want to become a client, if you want to just book a free consultation to hear more about how we can support you. But pretty much we are at this point, well, not, we're United States wide and we do foreign taxes as well. But our main focus is here in the United States, but we are a virtual firm, so we can support anybody anywhere. And but we do have an exciting announcement to make today. Not only that the IRS is opening up, so today is IRS opening day where they have started to accept tax returns. But Megan, I don't know if you want to make the announcement about where, because we're located, our physical location is in Boston, but one of the reasons I'm here today is because we wanted to bring some exciting news about a new location.
Yes, you all. So you have heard it here first that there is actually a JIT South Florida office that is located in Pompano Beach, Florida. So you all have heard it here, heard it live first, that there is a new branch. Oh, we don't have no, what's that clapping music?
Oh, I know the clap. I'll do it for us.
Right. So there is a new physical office located in Broward County with JIT um, Tax and Accounting Services in Broward County, Florida. And we'll drop some of those links in a few minutes. But first, I want to say congratulations for 13 years of business. As we all know, that this is, no small feat in someone being in business for this, for this long and to be in multiple states and have multiple locations and business partners. And so, as you said, today is tax day, right? And so, just tell us what that means and really how can we prepare, as better entrepreneurs in order for us to see our tax people, or like I like to call you, the money lady,
The
right?
money lady, the
What are
tax
just some
lady,
tips
right?
and tricks for entrepreneurs, that can
Mhm.
help, especially us business owners, whether you're a small business, have been in business for a while, but you don't have a solid bookkeeper that you hire day in and day out, well, month in and month out, rather, right? What are some general tips and tricks that you can help to provide to the people so that you can help get people prepared for
Mhm.
this tax season that starts today?
Mhm. So tax day, which is basically technically tax day, is the day that returns are normally due. But today, the reason why today is special is that because there's a period of time between the end of the year, around November, the end of last year and the beginning of this year, where the IRS kind of shuts down. And they do this to just kind of prepare for the next tax season. So they run beta testing on, any software. They make changes in the law. You might hear about like a bunch of changes that are coming up, which we'll talk about probably on another live. But this is basically what happens during this time. So between November and around January, they kind of shut down just so that they can prepare for the next tax season. And basically, no matter if you get your W-2s or paperwork in, then technically the IRS will not accept your return until today. So today is the first day that they have started accepting returns. They do accept some in between during beta testing to see if things are working, but for the most part, today is the day. And so that's important because now if you have your paperwork, then you can start getting your taxes done. Because our system is virtual, then we also have a client portal. So you don't necessarily have to wait. You didn't have to wait for today, and you don't have to wait. You can start getting your documents in, and that way, you're rolling. So what we like to do is tell clients as their paperwork comes in, because you'll start getting W-2s right away, and just upload them as they come in. That way you're not fishing around looking for documents, things like that. So you can just log into the portal and put your stuff in as they come in through the mail. It works with your phone. So if you log in with your phone, you can even take a picture, check, and it's up there into the portal. So the portal is very client friendly, and it will help get you organized and get all your documents in there. You can sign in there, you can pay. So there's all kind of options with the client portal. And Megan had mentioned, like, what are some things we should be doing to prepare, especially as small businesses. So for all the small business owners, you also just want to be able to pull all your paperwork together for the year in terms of your bookkeeping. And if you don't have an in-house bookkeeper, then it's very, very important that you either have some type of training around how to be able to process your bookkeeping for the whole year 2023, so that you're maximizing your tax savings, because we don't want you to owe anybody if you're not supposed to. So unless you do have a refund due, we try to work hard for our clients not to owe, and we work hard to get you the refund that you should be able to get. So one of the things we have on our website is a complete checklist of what you should be looking for when you're uploading documents, things that should come in, and also for small businesses at the bottom, what you should expect to get, what type of forms you expect to get, and the things that you should start getting ready to upload. But the bookkeeping is important. And if you don't do your own bookkeeping, then you can also, hire a firm like JIT to help process your bookkeeping.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you. And so, everybody, wherever you're seeing this, I did drop a link to this free tax checklist that Juanita was talking about. And again, it just showcases some of the identification, some of the income source documents that you may have, documents for some items that you have made paid into, some things that you might need for records and receipts, as well as just forms for self income and some of your other expenses. And then, as you see where that black button is right there, you can actually directly access JIT South Florida's client portal, where you can begin to upload these documents if you need any other type of assistance. Okay. So again, I have dropped that link where you see it is taxesjustintime.com/checklist. That will take you directly to this checklist that Juanita was just talking about, just to kind of give you some different things to prepare, right? Because a lot of times, I I have been one person be like, Jay, what do I need to send you again, right? And so we just wanted to make this very, very easy, just so that you can really begin to start really collecting and compiling all the documents that you need to be able to put inside, whether it's you choose one of JIT's, companies to actually put it through, or if you go to someone else, this is just a document just to help keep you prepared, to help keep you organized, and to also give you some things to think about, like, hey, have I had some other type of retirement? Do I have more than one? W-2, have I been paying on my student loans, right? Because those payments are due once again. And so it's just different things for you to kind of give you to be able to trigger, your mindset, so that you can just think about, okay, have I had these any kind of things? Do I need to get these type of things so that it can help me to prepare for this time and for tax time? And Jay, so again, we always talk about planning, and why is it important for, just professionals as a whole to, stay on top of their taxes and to keep their funds separate. And because a lot of times people don't realize the advantages of keeping their funds separate, right? And the benefits of being a small business owner or a sole proprietor. So can you
Mhm.
just talk to all of us really of just why is it so important to get these documents and to really tell your tax preparer, the importance of what it is that you're doing, even if you are just kind of doing things as a side hustle and you don't actually have it in your mindset yet that you're truly a business owner. Just
Mhm.
kind of talk to us about that a little bit, please.
Mhm. So here at JIT, we're always telling our clients to understand, especially if you're a high income earner or you own a small business, that tax planning is more important than tax preparation. So a lot of time our clients come to us at the end. The year's over, they've already, did the damage. And they come to us with their taxes, and at that point they've already either brought in the money or spent the money, or like you said, commingled funds. They've kind of already done what they needed to do, and usually that is where we try to step in and explain to them that you want to basically be having meetings with your accounting your accounting team. So it takes a team. It's not just your preparer, but the preparer could be also the person who's doing your bookkeeping. You could be wearing all of those hats, or you could hire out, right, to get those hats. However, those hats need to be contacted and meet multiple times throughout the year. So at least quarterly. And the reason for that is exactly what you just said, to talk about how are things coming in? How is money being spent? What are my margins? Like these different things, because the items we're talking about now is what really affects what you actually will end up owing, or a refund, getting a refund. The tax planning and the day-to-day bookkeeping is what actually affects that. And the commingling of funds creates a lot of different issues. One of the main issues that commingling funds creates is that at the end of the year, when it's time to come to me, people don't remember what they did. They forget, oh, I think I use my credit card on this. So, oh, I think, I don't remember that. And a lot of times there are additional expenses. And this usually comes from the person who made a lot of, six figures. And they're like, I don't know where the money went. They're like, I made six
Did I
figures.
really make that?
Yeah, like, did I make that much?
Right.
And they're like, I don't know where the money went. And a lot of times, or, their books will show that they have a tax liability, or they have a net profit, and they're like, there's no way, because I didn't make any money. And a lot of times it's because they're commingling funds, or they're doing stuff over here versus keeping their set of books in one centralized location in one place. And that's very important when it comes to tax time, because when it's time for you to file, then you want to be organized. Another reason why commingling is not good is also liability to you and your business. Whenever you commingle funds, you actually lose the benefits of whatever entity status you have chose. Like if you're an LLC and you're collecting money into your personal account, you now have just taken away any liability, any type of liability that you did have under an LLC, so that someone, if they wanted to sue your company, they can now sue you as well. So they can bring in a lawsuit on Megan Adirale, as well as the Auditor Agency or whichever other business it was commingled under, where the reason why that we obtain LLCs or we have that entity status is so that the liability stays under the business. Okay. So just remember that commingling funds will also put you in a legal aspect in order to, and this goes for, putting money in, money going out. If you're saying you're doing business as your business, then it needs to be in a business account. If you're saying you're doing business as yourself and you're a sole proprietor, then you can choose to do personal banking and personal things. But again, that holds no liability. So those are the two main reasons why commingling funds, we don't like to practice that with our clients, and we let them know that they should be channeling everything business through their business accounts, through business credit cards, things like that.
Perfect. And you all, if you ever need assistance with startup growth scale, right? Between our companies and what we own individually and what we co-own together, we're able to help you make money, manage your money, multiply your money, and minister with your money, right? And so if you need assistance with, starting up, your LLC or your S corp or whatever it is, and then tax preparation, tax planning, and all the other things, reach out to us, because we are, as a team, able to assist you with all of those things. And Jonna, what would you say to someone who is really looking to, optimize their financial situation for this year, right? They kind of, sometimes we already know what's in the past is in the past, but what kind of foresight can you give someone for, just advice for the future of someone that is really looking to optimize what they can do to strengthen, their financial situation, just to help make 2024 even stronger?
Mm-hmm. So what I would suggest is everyone make sure that you have someone who looks over your books, and you can do a tax planning consultation. And that way they could just see even just your organization, like how you're organized, how your entity status is. Those are things that, might need to be looked at. So just having a thorough, what I call a business health checkup. And that health checkup will be able to see if you're maximizing your tax saving potential, if you are the right entity status, if you are producing the correct amount of revenue that you should in your field of business, as well as, are you meeting, the minimum margins and things like that? That could be company standards. And then just, being able to monetize. A lot of times businesses have a hard time monetizing. And what I mean by that is figuring out how much to charge, right? So that's why we know we have help from the Auditor Agency about pricing and charging, and all of that is part of tax planning as well, because you know what you're charging your customers, what you're giving away in free time, what you're spending your money on is all important. So at the least, I would say that companies should be meeting with some type of tax planner or accountant at least quarterly. So every quarter you want to sit down and you want to go through your books and you want to see what changes you can make. Are you doing things correctly? Are you, the right entity status? And that way you'll have a better idea of where your business stands health wise, your financial health of your business.
And I think I don't want to dive too much into this, because I think we can have this as a whole nother conversation. But before I get into that, if you all need some type of tax planning consultation with Jonna specifically, there is the link to jittax.com/book online, where you can actually schedule a tax planning consultation directly with her. and she will go over into detail with that. But before we end this session today, and I know we are going to start doing more lives together, just talk about wealth and wealth building strategies. But what are some quick softwares? Because, I'm all about softwares and trying to implement things correctly. What is like one or two top softwares that you think that people need to download like today to help them prepare? What would be
Mhm.
your top like one or two that you would say?
So I'm a QuickBooks Pro advisor. So I'm always gonna say QuickBooks, but that's really because that's been my software of choice for a while, especially when I was in corporate. We use QuickBooks, and it's for me at least, it's easy to navigate. But there's other software out there. There's apps out there, Zero, FreshBooks, different ones that you can use. Your bank, actually, there's a lot of banks, Chase, Bank of America, those kind of banks that also offer transaction, where they'll be able to list your transactions and put expenses where expenses go, revenue where revenue goes. So you can also use your bank apps as well. And then there's also other ones called like Credit Karma, and it used to be Mint. So now Mint was a big one. I used to love Mint, but it's now part of Credit Karma. There's so many other apps too that you can look in your phone and find that will help you organize your books. And I think that you should try to pick at least one. A lot of them are free. QuickBooks is not free, but QuickBooks will help your accountant. So some of them link with accountants and some of them don't. So I would advise anyone to use any of these type of apps to be able to even just track your wealth in general. So some of them don't just track business expenses, but they'll also track your net worth. You could track debt. So what kind of debt do you have? And again, I would have two different logins. So one could be for personal. So you want to link all your personal stuff on one account, and then your business should have a separate account. So, but again, you will be able to, in real time, you'll be able to see what your net worth is, what your cash flow is. Apps today are so savvy that, you can be able to do that now. But you'll still need someone to even look over that if you choose to use one of those apps, to make sure that you're categorizing things the right way. You're understanding. So one part of it is, do you understand what a net asset is? Do you understand what net profit is, gross revenue? Anyone in business should understand those terms. And if you don't, then you definitely want to have some type of training or meeting with myself or with Megan to discuss and talk about what those things are. Part of being in business is to also work in your business. So a lot of us like to work on our business. We like to, the other way. The part of it is working on your business. So a lot of us work in the business, meaning like we're the ones doing the job, right? And a lot of us don't work on our business, which is the back end stuff, making sure that we are really wearing that CEO hat. Are we really wearing that president hat? You know what I mean? Because people walk around and they say that. They're like, oh, I'm the president, I'm the CEO. But that hat requires a lot of working on your business and understanding business more than it does just having the title, because you have your own company, or you're consulting for someone.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Again, we wanted to just come on because today is tax day, right? And so we wanted to give you all, this spreadsheet and a tax checklist just so that you can get those brains thinking, right? So that you can get prepared for exactly what it is that you need to do so that you can really take your business and take your brand to the next level. And so just think about all of those things that you need. Think about all those things that you need to get prepared, right? And again, that is the website. If you go to taxesjustinTime.com/checklist, it has all of the documents that you may or may not need. Again, all these things might not be applicable to you, but it just gets your brain going and gets you to thinking about things that you could have in order for you to file your taxes. And again, this link down here will take you directly to a client portal if you choose to file your taxes through JIT Tax and Accounting. And again, my name is Megan Davis Aderile, and I have Juanita Core. Jana, just let everyone know where they can find you.
So you can find JIT Tax on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Our handle is JITTAX. You could also find our South Florida office in the link in a bio, as well as information that Megan will put up, so that we will be able to keep y'all in the loop on the South Florida office. I am so excited about this collaboration with the Audit 2 agency, because it's so dope that we can collaborate together to bring our clients this whole all around idea, like a one-stop shop when it comes to business. Because Megan and I always talk about the fact that people keep talking about making money, but no one's talking about how to keep the money. So we keep 6 figures, 7, all this stuff, making 6 figures. And as an accountant, I'm always like, let me see the paperwork. Let me see the books. I want to see how much that person actually kept. What did they put in their pocket? How much taxes did they save? These are real answers that we want to get down to. So I think that Megan, on the side of helping people find their passion on what they want to do and bringing in those high ticket clients and bringing in the money, and then JIT on this side showing you how to keep your money. Okay. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see our clients be able to level up in terms of revenue and in keeping the money in their pocket. Yeah. So thanks, Meg. This was a great live.
So again, if you're ready to make money, manage your money, multiply your money, minister with your money, holla at us.
And keep your money. I gotta think of that as an M. What can we use for the make, manage? What's the M that's like keeping?
Multiply. That's why I say multiply.
Okay, multiply. Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll be coming to y'all with more tips, more lives to talk about all things tax and financing, to represent our new Florida office, especially for our people down in the South Florida area.
Love and light to y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.